Hi, this is Pastor Bob, and welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. I'm standing in a cemetery. Lots of people dying to get in here. Just kidding. I'm sorry. There's a lot of cemetery jokes, and I promise I won't tell any more. But, today's subject is not comedy. It's kind of serious. I have a good friend, Christy, who just lost her father. And, Christy, I'm sorry for your loss, and I know that must be really difficult for you. The problem, folks, with death is that it's usually unexpected and never easy for the rest of us. Every one of the graves behind me signifies a family that lost somebody they love, a family that was grieving, a funeral that was difficult. Death is never easy for all of us, and we question why. And Christy's one of those. She said that she's fairly young, and now she's lost both of her parents. And she just says, what is God doing? I don't understand this. She says, I'm a believer, I love the Lord, but I don't understand what God's doing. And I think we all feel that way when we encounter death. One of the things that we can all be sure of is that one of these days we're going to die. It's going to happen to all of us. And when that day comes, we're going to question God. We all are going to question God. When there's somebody close to you that dies, you're going to ask God why. You're going to struggle with your faith a little bit. We all do. You're going to feel angry because you realize that God could have saved this person, and why didn't he? And one of the questions I want to ask when I get there is, Lord, why do you take some people home so early? I had a sister, Barbara, that died when I was 9 and she was 7. And, it was really difficult. She was my best friend. And at that really young age, I didn't understand death at all, and I couldn't understand why God would do this. And I was angry at God, like some of you have been too when you encounter death. And I prayed for her. I believed that God was going to heal her, and then she died. And some of you have had struggles in your faith because you've done the same thing. You've had people in your life who you really dearly love, and you pray for them, and you get on your knees, and you get all your friends to pray for them too, and you really make an effort to make sure that there's enough prayer support. Then you say, I believe God's going to heal you. You lay hands on them, you anoint them with oil, you go through the whole thing, and then they die. And it seems unfair, and it seems like God isn't listening, and it seems like he's not answering your prayers. But folks, again, one of the things that we can be sure of is death. And one of the things I can be sure of, and you can be sure of, is that during death, there's one person you should never run away from. There's one you should run to, and that's Jesus Christ. And the Bible says that he's there to console you, he's there to make things better for you, and he's there to give you exactly what it takes to get through your grief. So, Christy, I'm sorry for your loss and for all of you that have lost loved ones. But there's healing in the Lord. And, at the end of the road, we're all going to die. It happens to all of us. And it's one of those things we can be sure of. Some people go too early. I understand. But I trust the Lord that he knows what he's doing. God bless you. Have a great day.